Let's hop into the next topic. This is our Mental Health Monday, and we are going to be talking about mood swings. I don't really know if mental, I don't really know if mood swings are classified as a mental health disorder or not, but we're going to include it in our Mental Health Monday because I think they are um, things. Mood swings is something that I think many people deal with. And what's funny about mood swings, the reason why at the surface, I don't think mood swings fall in the category of mental health is because mood swings could just come from a menstrual cycle, right? That has nothing to do with mental health. If you think about it, it's just I'm moody because my cycle is on, right? For us females, I'm moody because I'm PMSing, my cycle PMSing. So that's not mental. I don't think. I think it's the hormones. I think it's the chemicals, the things that happen when that cycle starts to do what that cycle starts to do. Therefore, we are just moody. We are cranky. People get moody when they're hungry. It has nothing to do with nothing. I used to be that person. I remember dating somebody that literally we would be in the car. I was about 20, 19, 20, and I remember so many times dating this person that would literally just pull up at a McDonald's and just blurt out, "Can I get a cheeseburger with no pickle?" And I would be sitting like, "Well, I'm the only one to eat cheeseburger with no pickle, so why are you ordering it?" And would literally get the bag, cram it in my face, "Eat this," because I literally would get, as they call it, hangry. Let me get hungry. And I guess they knew you need to eat, and all this foolishness will stop. And it was funny because I wasn't as aware then, but yeah, I guess I knew. Like, I mean, I didn't know. And when I would eat, I would seriously, I have to admit, calm down. Like, okay, I would calm down, and I'm like, it works. So that's I learned early on before the term was coined, hangry, that there was a thing. But yeah, that was a mood swing for me. I don't think when I was younger I dealt with PMS, mood swings with PMS. Older, yeah, but as a teenager, I think I was too busy mad that I was having this raggedy thing that was making me feel like I was feeling and was making my body do this gross, disgusting thing. I was too mad to have a swing. I was mad. I was angry. I wasn't PMSing. But I didn't flip out on people. I didn't have the good ups and downs, ups and downs. But there's just other times in life that mood swings can affect us. So that's why I'm like, is it really I'm gonna do a little bit of research, drop some little inserts, but I'm like, does mood swings really fall under that? Because you could just be moody for so many other things. You could be moody just because you're having a bad day. You could wake up, as they say, on the wrong side of the bed. Like, and it has nothing to do with anything else, and you're just moody. You could, I'm the type of person where I can wake up and the first thing that happens in my day dictates my whole day. And I know it sounds crazy, not on purpose, not me intentionally. It's just if the first significant thing happens in my day is bad, the entire day is going to be crazy. The entire day. If I wake up in the first hour or two and nothing has happened, I'm gonna have a copacetic day. My day gonna be chill and cool. It's the weirdest thing, and I'm not making this up. It's crazy. So I can have something be So I can have something be the first thing that sets off my day as a negative, and the rest of it goes that way. I'm gonna have a mood swing because I might have woke up in a good headspace, like, oh, it's a new day. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do whatever I'm going to go do. And then that first thing that happens shifts my mood. I done had a swing. I done swung, and that's what it is. So it definitely is tricky. And talking about it is just that. How do we navigate? How do we feel about mood swings? Do you have somebody in your life that's moody? And you got to figure out their ups and their downs. And what do you do? Going around and around. They talking to you, y'all chilling and laughing. Next thing you know, they hot up here. You like, wait a minute, I'm not going up there with you. So you're just confused. You just don't know what to do. It's trying to deal with people with mood swings. Goes to that self-aware thing. Like, are they even aware they're moody like this? But I used to go through this phase. I don't do it anymore now because I deal with people a lot less than I used to. But there was a period in my life where I used to tell people, hey, it's not personal, it's not you, it's nothing even going on, but now it's just not a good time. It would just be a checkout. I needed to check out. I would alert an alarm, give everybody the warning. Now it's not a good time. Don't even ask me what it's nothing. It's nothing that I want to talk about, I want to deal with, but I'm checking out. Give me some time. I used to do that a lot. And I think during that time, I probably dealt with mood swings. I did, the mood would just be I don't want to be bothered. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to answer questions. Leave me alone. I'm checking out. And so I would politely say, hey, now it's not a good time. And that's just what it was. Then I went through another phase where people used to ask me, hey, what's wrong? And instead of being nasty, rude, none of your business, why are you asking me? I would just say, nothing that I want to talk about. I talked about earlier tonight about how to soften the blow when you say certain things to people. And I always pride myself in thinking I know how to say stuff and I'm not hurting feelings. So I always feel like if your feelings get hurt with me, it's a problem that's bigger than me. You have to deal with that because I'm always mindful how I talk to people. And if I'm taking a blow to, and I'm softening it to where it's just a, and you still feel like I came with the blow, baby, that's on you. I can't do anything else. I can't soften it any more than I did. And even if I could, I'm not. I softened it. I know that I softened it, and I'm okay with where I softened it at. So, um, I've had different parts in my life where I felt like I dealt with mood swings. Honestly, um, I just, but I managed them. Again, I try to say things nice and calm and whatever when I need to check people, like step off, back up, leave me alone for a little bit, because I was having a mood swing, or I felt like I was in that state of mind where I was kind of moody. But that's just the light portion of it. Let's tap into it. What if it is a mental health issue? What if it's really, I'm going to look it up, drop some inserts on whatever I find about mood swings. Um, I think in all things, it's a new term we use, give people grace. I like, we get on things and we kind of jump on the bandwagon and we overuse them, but sometimes they're still beneficial. They still make sense. And I'm sick of hearing give people grace, but it makes sense to give grace. And I think if you're dealing with a person that have mood swings, you don't know where they come from, what's triggered in the brain that makes them high, low, high, low, high, low. So I say just give them grace. I would have to use that term, give grace in those moments because you just don't know what's going on, what's going wrong, what wire has fried to where you just, again, high, low, high, low, high, low. You just don't know. And if we're not taking the time to ask questions and research and figure people out, then don't be a trigger. Don't be a person that's just, poking the bear when someone's in the mood. I always say give people respect when they say now is not a good time, they don't want to talk about it. Back away. You can check in, like test the water, and then, take your foot out like it's ice cold, because that's what you would do. If something, stick your foot in some water that's ice cold, you're going to back up. Do that with people. Leave people alone if they're just not in that space. Sometimes mood swings just need to be left alone. And some people can't even, I know when I went through it, I didn't know I did, other than I think in my adult life, I went through mood swings with PMS. I think in my adult, as a teenager, I did not. As a younger, I did not. But either way, if I'm in a space and a mood, I want to be left alone. I talk when I want to talk. I choose when I want to talk about something. So there's no need in trying to hound me and pounce on me about it and beat an answer out of me. It's not going to happen. So I just kind of like to respect other people's space the way I like my space to be respected. And I'm not one to pride and pro. Anybody tell you I'm not a nosy person. I've been in relationships with people that thought I was crazy because I didn't ask enough questions. I'm like, oh. I kind of feel like you're going to tell me what you want me to know when you want me to know it. I don't know. I'm clowning y'all. I'm just like, because it was just like, I don't ask questions. What questions do you want me to ask? Um, I feel like in a relationship, if I'm asking too many questions, you're going to think I'm nosy. And I'm not a nosy person. I don't ever want to be labeled a nosy person. So we talking on the phone every day. Because that particular person that said it to me, we live long distance. We talk every day. You going to tell me what you want me to know. So anywho, off topic of mood swings, I went. But back on track. I would say if you know somebody who have mood swings, and that's another, I'm going to say this real quick before I get off this topic. There was another person I knew that had horrific mood swings. But the funny thing about it was I wasn't in a place or a space to talk to this person about it because the mood swings were so severe you probably get your head chopped off for asking. And I'm sure they were in denial because to watch this person go in and out of mood swings the way they did, they never seemed aware. It was just like 1 minute, oh my gosh, girl, we laughing, playing, da da da. And the next minute, slamming stuff. You'd be like, and there was no explanation. It was never a moment of coming around saying something happened. Or so it made it very uncomfortable because again, I was aware when I was in a mood swing and I would tell somebody, hey, now's not a good time. What's wrong with you? Nothing that I want to discuss. Like I could relate that to people. But this person would literally be high, laughing, having a ball, and the next minute you literally thought you were the enemy. And it was always unspoken. It was just unspoken. They would go through that moment, and the next time they came around, like, "Hey, girl," you would just be like, "Oh, yo," you're like, "Hey, girl, back." It was just weird, and it was so severe. I would have never asked that person, "Do you realize you have this issue? What is wrong?" You just kind of left alone. I think all people that were involved with this person at the time left alone. Nobody ever spoke on it. I don't even think we spoke on it to each other. We might have said something like, "I'm going there and say something to whatever." If she in the right mood, we might have said something like that, or depending on her mood, or I don't know. Let me go ahead. I don't know. It is what it is. They can be severe for some people. They're light and fluffy for other people. Either way, I would just say takeaway is to kind of work around them, work with them. If you know it's a person that's aware of them, you could probably ask questions or like, "Well, you're going through that. What can I do?" You can ask that question. The person I know that had it really, really bad, because I think they would have cursed all of us out that would have wanted to ask and been in denial and probably like they don't know what we're talking about. It would just would have been a lot. So I think asking questions, if it's somebody you can. If you don't, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you anything better because I didn't do anything better. I ignored it and avoided. I let the person treat me and everyone else around us the way they treated us. And when they came around, we just folded. Okay, you're better now. Oh, you mad now. Okay, you're good now. Okay, you're not good. And that's just what it was. And it wasn't a healthy thing to do, but it's what we did. So drop down in the comments if you will. Any stories you have about mood swings. Do you suffer with them? Do you deal with them? You know anybody? Do you live with mood swings? Any other things you could think of as to why we do mood swings? I'm definitely going to Google and look some things up and drop some inserts. But other than that, I have finally come to my final topic. Yeah, I probably did 6 topics saying I'm about to wrap it up. But I went to my notes, which is on my computer, and I scrolled, and I literally had like 6 more topics to do. So 6 topics ago, I said that. So now I'm winding down. I officially think I'm on my last one. Because I had 2 segments. I had mental health topics and regular topics. And the regular topics, I had to scroll to realize I thought I had 12 topics. But when I scrolled, I had 16. Or was it 18? Anyway, I ain't gonna do no math. I'm gonna hop off this topic. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Keep watching. See you all next time.